Hey everyone. So this video is a little bit different. It's gonna be a little bit more about me, and it's gonna be a little bit more real. At least more real in the sense that it's about me. Usually when I speak on my videos, they're usually off the cuff, they're never scripted, so you get my genuine reaction, my genuine thoughts and things. But for this video, it's gonna be, like I said, more real. So, a few weeks ago, I got a comment on my channel from a user known as Senor Jalapeno, and they asked me, why did it change, what happened to True Andrew M in regards to my channel name being changed? And I'm going to give you the explanation, but first, I want to give something of a backstory as to why this happened and what's been happening recently if you haven't noticed some of the changes I made to my appearance and everything. So when I was younger, it was kind of rough because I was told I had to be a certain way. I was told this is what was expected of me, this is the way I had to be, this is the way they said, everybody said I had to be. And I just, even though I tried to go against it, and I always got in trouble for it, and it was a hard time for me. And it ended up being a major source of depression and anxiety in my life for the 20 or so years I've been alive. And even though, I understand why my parents didn't like it, but didn't like the idea, because to them, they wanted me, I understand it, but it wasn't right regardless. They wanted me to be a way I didn't want to be, and didn't even acknowledge the fact that I was miserable because of it, and didn't even notice I was miserable because of it. But, this was something they didn't understand, and they didn't know how to deal with it, I guess. So, basically, what I'm trying to say is, I don't identify as male. And honestly, this was easier coming out to you guys than coming out to my parents, which was completely by accident, by the way. That happened by accident, and I've been having to do damage control for that for the last couple of months, by the way. And, well, the thing about it is that I had to go through 20 years of having to be forced to by my parents, and then later by myself, because I figured I had to do it this way. This was the only way, and it didn't help. I ended up going through stages of extreme depression, almost to the point of, well, going over the edge. And it was at one of these points where I was within maybe a hair's breadth of going that route, that I took a few minutes. I remember some advice I got from a site to just wait and take a few moments to read the site to try and get somebody to try and help help people away from those thoughts. And I took that advice, and I realized I'm in a place where I could have resources to try and help. So I went to my school's therapist, and they taught me down. They just let me talk about what my life was like and what my family was like, and it really helped. I ended up thinking a lot about my past, and a lot of those things about me, about my gender, about my gender expression, about everything about me, a lot of that stuff came back. And I started thinking about it, and I started thinking about the fact that had my parents just, acknowledged this, or at least tried, I probably would have grown up so much happier. And it was at that point that I decided, I'm in school, I'm in college, I don't have to live under their influence anymore, and I don't have to force myself, to be someone I don't want to be. So I started presenting a little bit more, I guess you could say. And I started my journey toward transitioning. I started slow, basically. Like, I mean, I'm not sure I'm putting pictures up here or not. I haven't figured out how I'm doing this video yet while I'm talking about it. But it started slow. I was doing it very, very slowly, very, very carefully, because I hadn't come out to my parents, and I was planning that out on how I was going to do that. I came out to my sister much sooner, because I knew she would listen, and I knew she would pay attention, and I knew she would accept it a little bit quicker and a lot easier. And she's been one of my greatest allies throughout this entire journey. So eventually I ended up outed by accident, because my mom noticed what I was wearing, and then she complained about it, and I was like, I had to explain that, and I had to do damage control for that for an entire couple of months before she's still in denial over it still. She kind of acknowledges that I am, but at the same time denies that I am, and it's really weird. And yeah. So there's my story, I guess. So, but then the last couple months I've been but then even though she knows now, like, I was at home for summer break this entire time, if you haven't noticed, and now I'm back in a dorm again. But I've actually been presenting way more and more in public, and I've started selling my hair different. I've started wearing more stuff on my face I'm not good at it, and I don't look good at all. But then again, like, I had to go through years of extreme depression and anxiety, so I actually have very low self-esteem because of that. So I actually don't view myself as any way looking good or passing it all. And I can, like, even though people tell me I look like my mom even though my mom's friends tell me that I look like her when she was younger, I don't see it at all. But the thing about it is, that's part of the whole point of this video, was to say that, yeah, I'm gonna come out to you guys. So basically, if you, like, I'm doing this on my terms, because I feel like I'll be found out anyway. Somebody already asked, and somebody's gonna notice some of the old videos anyway. So I'm just gonna do this on my terms, and I'm going to just do it now. And the fact of the matter is that, I'm saying the fact of the matter is, and the thing is that I don't care what any of you are gonna say, particularly if you're anti-trans or anti-non-binary or anti-LGBTQ. I don't really care what you have to say about this. If you don't like it, you're not under any obligation to stay subscribed to my channel or stay following my videos. You can leave. You can leave if you want, if this offends you for some reason, even though I really don't think it should. But yeah, considering that through my whole process, I was finding out that there weren't that many black trans or black non-binary persons in popular media at all. And that's something I came across in a project I did, and I figured, I think I'll do it. I think I'll just do it for that reason too, I guess. I feel like I should cut that part out, because it makes me feel like I'm conceited or just being vainglorious or something. But I feel like it was necessary for that reason, and for my own reasons, because I want to be able to be honest with you guys too. But like I said, if you don't like this, if you don't like my decision to actually be myself, then you're free to go. I really won't care, because if you're gonna hate me for that, then I really don't want you around me or or this channel or Prize Box. So yeah, I go by Andie now. Not legally, not yet. I'm working on that, because one of the places I used to intern with, actually does help with this kind of thing. I will go talk to them eventually to see about getting my name changed, I guess, to what I have on my channel right now, so I don't have to, like, yeah, so it'll be a little bit easier, because it'll be easier for me. So yeah, and don't ask me about my voice. Like, for instance, my voice, I haven't done lessons on that yet. I will eventually do that, but I'm not sure if I want to or not. I don't know yet. I'm still in the early stages, and I've only been doing this for a couple of months. I'm only like maybe 2-3 months in on doing this fully. So yeah, I'm not sure where this is gonna lead me, but I wanted to be able to tell you guys so I maybe relate it more to you guys, so you can see how this is going for me too. So that's why I'm creating a separate channel for that, since I already said before that that my main channel, True Andie, is not going to be for politics or religion or for personal things like this, because I felt like it would alienate the audience, because this is a channel that I made purely for entertainment purposes, where I could watch creepy stuff and analyze and explain it and laugh at it in some cases. So I'm creating a second channel, or I guess a third channel, because I have another one too, where I do movie reviews that I haven't gotten back into yet. But I'm creating a third one called Andie Talks Too Much, which is basically what I'm doing now, talking too much and basically rambling on. And it's gonna cover stuff like that, like my opinions on certain things. It's gonna cover my journey, my transition journey. It's gonna cover all of that basically, and it's gonna cover more politics and religion stuff as it relates to me basically, or at least stuff I look at or I see on a daily basis. And it's probably going to be more frequent than my posts on this channel, because of the fact that I can make these more easily without having to do so much editing attached to them, or so much preparation actually. Alright, so Senor Jalapeno, there is your explanation as to why my name is different, and now you guys know a little bit more about me. So with that, I'm going to end this video here. So be sure to check out my other videos, with Prizebox production videos, with our channels Prizebox Gaming and Prizebox Reacts, and look out for my new channel, Andie Talks Too Much. Thanks for watching, and stay jamming, everyone.